Hello everyone and welcome back to Ben Academy. In this video, we're going to learn how to combine three very useful Excel functions: if, and or. These functions allow Excel to make decisions based on one or more conditions. Let's learn them with practical examples, but before diving into the details of this tutorial, if you like such content, to see similar content, you can subscribe to our channel. Okay, let's quickly review the if. You can find a complete tutorial about if statements in our channel, but let's review it first. Suppose we have some students and their scores. If a student's score is greater than 50, we want Excel to display pass, otherwise we won't fail. We can simply write a formula here with equal sign and if statement by selecting the score and writing greater than 50. We are setting the condition here, and after that with a comma, now I want to write pass, and if it's failed, I want to write fail. So after closing the bracket, you will see the result. And if you use fill handle and drag it down, you can see that these two are passed, but this one is failed. Pay attention here. The score here is exactly 50. I said if the student score is more than 50, we want Excel to display pass. What about the same value that is 50? This is the case. We usually need another statement, another condition here. In this way, you can say greater than or equal to 50. You can see that it worked and it's equal to 50, so it's passed. But if you enter a value less than 50, it's failed. That's the basic if function. But if we need to check more than one condition, actually I added another condition here. But what if you have to check another cells, not the exact cell that we are working on? That's where and or become useful. Imagine that a student can pass only if their score is at least 50 and their attendance is at least 75%. Both conditions must be satisfied. We can add another statement here for the conditions, but how we can add it? With and function. You can write and put the conditions inside brackets. So don't forget to close the bracket after statements here. So only we have one condition here. We can add another conditions with comma, or in some computers with semicolon. You can check it in the preview of the formula here. Now I want to add another condition here by selecting the attendance cell greater than or equals 75%. So if I complete the other cells with fill handle like this, you can see that it works. And here the attendance is less than 75 and also score is less than 50. If you increase the score to 60, it still fails because the attendance is less than 75. In this case, the score is good, but the attendance is not good, so it's failed. And Joe has a good score and good attendance rate, so it's passed. Here, and checks both conditions. If both are true, the result is pass. If even one is false, the result is fail. So remember, and means all conditions must be true. Now let's look at if and or. Suppose a customer receives a discount if they are a premium customer or they have spent more than $1,000. We can write a new formula here, equal sign if. In this time, we want to use or because one of these statements shall be correct. Don't forget to close the bracket, so it's better to close it when you're writing it. And here I can check the spent amount, that it should be greater than or equals to $1,000, and then if they have premium plan equals yes. This is the all the conditions we have, and then value if true. You can write discount, or if it's false, no discount. Using fill handle, we can complete the table. So you can see that one of these conditions are correct here. Ben has premium plan. Here, one again is satisfied because he spent more than $1,000, and here both are satisfied. So in all three cases here, we have discount. But if you change it, for example, to no, you can see that no discount is allocated to Ben because he hasn't spent more than $1,000, and also he has no premium plan. So remember, or means at least one condition must be true. Now let's combine all three, if, and or. Imagine an employee qualifies for a promotion if they have at least 3 years of experience and they have either a performance score of at least 90 or have completed special training. The formula is different here. So we can write if and open the parentheses now, and we have two conditions. First one has to be satisfied, and it's the experience that should be greater than or equals 3, and one of these two conditions. So now we can write or. So don't forget to open and close the parentheses. I want to close the and parentheses here too. So inside or, we can write two conditions. Either a performance score is at least 90, so greater than and equals to 90, and another condition that can be satisfied is completion of training, special training. If this one is yes, one of these two conditions are enough, but this is mandatory. So after conditions, we can write eligible and not eligible. Okay, Ben is eligible, but if we check the other ones, you can see that Jim is not eligible. Why? Because you can check them. According to experience, Ben and Joe are eligible, but we have checked two other conditions. If one of these two conditions are satisfied, we can say that they are eligible. You can see here that performance score is more than 90. It's good, so it's enough. We can even don't check the training period that is passed or not. But anyway, he has passed the training courses too. What about Joe? You can see that his performance score is not good, but he has passed training, so he can satisfy the second condition too. Here, Jim has a good score, but he hasn't passed the training, so the second condition is satisfied. But about the first condition, because having a low experience, he is not eligible to get the promotion. You can see in this case, if we change it to no, he's also not eligible, because second condition, none of the required conditions of second item is satisfied here. And this is very important pattern. And can contain or can also contain and. Let's try one more practical example here. Suppose we want to give customers free shipping when their order is at least $100, or they are premium customer and their order is at least $50. If first we should write or, because one of these two conditions shall be satisfied. One is that regardless of premium account, if the order is greater than 100, greater than or equals to 100, we can give them free shipping. Or one of these two conditions that shall be satisfied both. So we can write them in and here. If they have premium account and the order is greater than $50, greater than or equals to 50, we can give them free shipping with less order. And now, if it's passed, we can write free shipping, and if it's false, no free shipping. Let's complete the table. You can see here, Ben has no premium plan, but his order is greater than 100, so he's eligible for free shipping. Jim has no premium plan, and his order is less than 100. But Jim has no premium plan, and his order is less than 100, so he's not eligible for free shipping. Joe has a premium plan, but his order is less than 50. This time the criteria is different, so he's also not eligible for free shipping. George, here you can see that has a premium plan and his order is greater than 50, so he's eligible for free shipping. Notice that we have this time and inside or. This is called nested functions, and it allows us to create more complex decision-making rules. So whenever you are creating an Excel formula, ask yourself two simple questions. Do all conditions need to be satisfied? Use and. If it's enough for one of the conditions to be satisfied, use or. Then use if when you want Excel to return a specific result based on the logic. These combinations are extremely useful for grades, employee evaluation, discounts, eligibility, sales, project management, and many other real-world Excel tasks. Try these examples yourself and change the conditions and see how the results change. If this video helped you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next Excel tutorial. Thanks for watching.